That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored! They did it!
Left,
What the hell was that? Oh, yeah!
What the fuck are you talking about?
All right, what is up, fam? We are back. This is not the weekly roundup this week, obviously. A little bit of switch up last 24 hours. Zach had some rain down there in Florida, so he was doing multiple double headers of umpiring. So we're still going to be joined by my guest this evening. We're still going to have some fun. We're going to talk some boxing. We're going to talk some combat sports. She's got a lot of things going on this coming week. A lot of big things coming on for Melissa St.Vil. Real quick, obviously, this episode of the Athlete Spotlight is brought to you and sponsored by Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC. That's Dr. Paul Vidal with 2 locations in Burlington and Cherry Hill. That's Dr. Paul Vidal. He's our doc now. Let's make him your doc. That is specializedphysicaltherapy.com. And our poll question today is, boxing needs to remedy this male and female fighter pay gap. Agree to disagree? I want to get your thoughts on this, Melissa. I've seen some more posts this week. Obviously this has been a thorn button topic for anyone who's been involved in women's combat sports, let alone women's boxing. Heather Hardy apparently had a fight offer over in the UK for like $20K. This has been something that a lot of people who've been involved in women's boxing has been beating this drum for some time. Again, another slap in the face. Heather's not the superstar, but she is a well-known name in combat sports. Regardless, what are your thoughts on this?
I feel like they really need to cut us some slack and just, put some respect on all our names, because us female fighters, we really, really put that work in. We work just as hard as the guys. Some of us have kids and we still sacrifice a lot of stuff in our personal life to come to the gym, be prepared for these fights. So I really feel like, they really need to pay us more. And then plus, it's like, they ask for 3 rounds. There's nothing wrong with 3 rounds. They want to see more action, longer action. Then they gotta pay up. Add some zeros to the end. Like, I just don't understand. Like, every time I go on social media, I keep saying, "Oh, what we should see 3 rounds. What do you think about 3 rounds?" There's nothing wrong with 3 rounds. What about the pay? That's what I just don't understand. Everybody wants to see more action, but they don't want to pay. And I don't understand, because us female women, we bring the action. A lot of people are always like, when the girls coming out, when the girls coming out. We really are very we're great entertainers, and I just feel like they need to pay us more. And I don't understand why they don't.
I mean, it's something we've been beating on. And then when you look at even when you're a $20K purse, like you have to travel overseas, you have your fight training camp. Like, at the end of the day, what's that? Like, barely 10 grand? That's not ideal for any fighter, regardless if we're talking male, female, whatever. When you guys, as far as athletes in general, have to travel around, you accrue most of the cost, and at the end of the day, promoters want to making the money hand over fist. I don't understand why we don't have at least a more balanced pay scale. Granted, guys might pull in more money, but at the end of the day, when the people are walking out the building, 9 times out of 10, I guarantee you they're talking about the female fight that happened on the undercard or before the main event than what happened with whoever. BKFC is going on tonight. I'm more excited for Pearl Gonzalez's debut than I am for the multiple title fights, and that's no disrespect to Carl, Beltran. That's no disrespect to Luis Palomino or any of them guys. It's just who it is. I know these girls are gonna give you 210% as soon as that bell rings.
All the time, since the beginning. It's been like that. Since the beginning, it's always been like that. We always bring that sauce. That's understand why they don't want to pay us. Like, I'm looking for the answer just like you.
It's a drum that I'll continue beating till someone either gives us the answer, finds the answer, or finds the remedy. One of those options comes to fruition. And then the other side of that is a lot of time. God,
the connection is breaking up.
Are you still hear me, or are you breaking up? Like, you're clear.
I can hear you.
Okay. And the other side of that is you wind up seeing a lot of the premier boxers or whatever going to other disciplines, like I said, I'm just mentioned bare knuckle boxing. You know, Heather Hardy has competed in MMA recently in the past. You know, we just seen Amanda Serrano just competed in MMA. Like, you know, I'm not saying they're saying that's something you would do, but like, I'm sitting there saying, like, you looking in general, you're seeing a lot of the stars moving around.
You're breaking up.
How about now? Am I clear?
Yeah, now you're clear.
Oh man, did you get? Where'd you miss me?
The whole thing.
I said, you know, we see a lot of girls moving over to MMA. We've seen Heather Hardy do it. We've seen Amanda do it recently. Is that kind of the product of the money not being there and also just trying to find consistent competition?
Yeah, the competition part is nothing, but you know, MMA, it pays, and they you know, they show so much of their girls. You know, when you go to MMA, you got the commercials for the females. You know what I'm saying? They treat them better. They treat them way better than women's boxing. You get TV time. The purse is good. It's better on the other side. I mean, I wouldn't do MMA. I think I pay my dues in the streets, but you know, seeing like Heather and Carissa, you know, they shining.
And what do you think about Clarissa? What do you thought of her debut? You know, big win.
You breaking up.
What do you think about Clarissa's debut? Big win in PFL.
Oh, I thought it was really good. You know, they definitely got her the right opponent. So you know, it was a good test, and you know, she proved to people that she can go in the cage. So it's gonna be real interesting now when they step up her competition. You know, but I thought it was a great pro debut.
Yeah, Brittany, I followed her as you know through her amateurs as she came up as a pro, so was definitely interested to see how that matchup played out. And it's definitely interesting to see what happens moving forward, where you're seeing the stars align between her and the potential matchup in the future with Kayla Harrison. Could be fun in a few years.
I don't know.
I think that if I'm PFL, I think that's the fight that they're looking to make, not now, but like moving forward as they continue to do it.
I don't really follow, you know, the whole MMA thing. You know, I started watching it when, you know, Holly Holmes and, you know, Amanda Nunez and Cyborg, but I don't really know too many of the girls on that side.
Completely understandable. Now, on your side, obviously, you know, you fought in the last few months. You know, what are some of the plans in boxing moving forward? Are you looking to fight before the end of the year again?
Yeah, I'm scheduled to fight in August, but I'm still waiting for the rest of the information. And I really want to transition to TV shows. You know, doing like you seen on my social media. I did Ninja Warrior before that.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about that. So how first off, how did that whole thing come about, and what should people expect Monday?
Oh my goodness, you know, I am a Ninja Warrior fan, okay? I watch that show faithfully. So I was just watching it one day, and then I was like, let me put in an application. I did application, I put in a video, and I got a call back, which I thought it was a prank at first. When I got the call, I was just like, oh my God, am I gonna be on Ninja Warrior? So I had to hurry up, find a ninja gym, because I knew nothing about ninja training. So I found a gym, and started training. About I had 2 weeks of training. 2 weeks, broke my foot, and then and at the same time I was getting ready for my fight. Thank God they both got pushed back because the episode was supposed to be aired early, but they pushed the dates back, and then my fight got pushed back. So I was happy with that. And because trying to do
chance of luck that worked out for you. That's awesome.
Yes, it did, because doing both, training for ninja and boxing, it was crazy because doing the grips and swinging, I had ripped my hands open. So I had to go to the gym the next day to hit the bag or spar. I couldn't even close my head because my skin was like, you saw the pink. It was gone from the gripping and everything. But I had fun though. And Monday, you guys are going to be very entertained. I know that.
Now you're sitting there saying, moving forward, you want to do some more things like that. Well, obviously, you have management kind of working on that. Would possibly transition into acting, movies, or kind of the direction you would like to go into.
Yes, definitely. Like after this, I'm gonna sign up for Naked and Afraid. I want to challenge myself. 21 days in the woods. I want to challenge myself. I like a good challenge. That's what I want to do next. And after that, I want to do Wipeout with John Cena. I know he's the host for that, so I definitely want to transition to that.
That sounds very interesting. You got some interesting ones that you want to do. Naked and Afraid. That's interesting. Wipeout should be kind of fun. So hopefully we get to see that kind of come to fruition for you. That would kind of be cool.
That's the avenue I want to go.
And I think you have probably also have the personality to kind of do acting too. Like with everything that's going on with movies, like would you ever kind of reach out to Marvel and see if you can ever get in the cinematic universe there?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for all of it. So any producers that's watching, hey, I'm ready. I'm Melissa St.Vil.
Now, as I was checking out your timeline today, I obviously, I seen you're big fans of 90s hip hop.
All right, you breaking up.
Can you hear me?
You breaking up. You sounded like T-Pain.
How about now?
It's still staticky.
All right, let's try it. Let's give it a minute here. How about now? Checking.
Okay,
1, 2.
I can hear you.
Oh man, the dreads of technology.
I know.
Now, I was checking out your timeline, and I say you're a big 90s hip hop fan.
Oh my God! Yes.
Okay.
I was raised in the 90s. Yes, I love hip hop 90s. Yes, that's when music was real. That's when they, hip hop artists had a story to say. They was actually talking about something. Like music today, they're not saying nothing. Back in the day, they had something to say in the music. The quality of music was so much better. So much.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with that. I got to ask you, your top three groups, hip hop groups of the 90s.
My top 3 groups.
Yes, ma'am.
My top 3 groups. Well, my single artist, my number 1 is definitely Nas. My second is Pac. My third is Biggie. Right there. Those are my top 3.
All right, if we're doing single artists, I go Pac, Biggie, and see, it's real hard on that third one, like because I got some love for some of the early guys that were hip hop and rappers, like LL did some stuff in the early days. Like people diss on him because he was a lot of a lover thing, but people sleep on him that he does have bars. He did have some things. The Ripper Strikes Back, the diss on that he did on Cannabis was murder. Absolute murder.
Especially when he dissed when he did Cannabis. Remember that? Remember that one?
Yeah, the
Remember
Ripper Strikes Back, exactly. Remember where that debuted on? That was an extra disc on DMX's debut album if you bought the first 1,000 copies.
You breaking up. You breaking up.
Now, if you remember that disc debuted on DMX's debut album if you bought the first 1,000 copies. Remember, it was like a green disc with Onyx.
Wait, you broke up at the end. I got DMX album.
Yeah, it was.
Broke up.
It was like an extra disc on his debut. It was with Onyx's Slam. Do you remember that?
You breaking up.
How about now? Am I clear now?
Still.
Oh man, this is rough.
I know.
All right, Melissa. Since we're having the audio issues, let me kind of clip this one off. Maybe we could try it again some other time. When the audio is working out a little bit better. How about that?
Okay.
All right, Melissa. What I'm going to do is kind of throw the proverbial microphone over to you. Anyone you'd like to thank, shoot at your social media sites, any charities you're working with, anything like that. The time is yours.
Okay, well, we all know that I'm team autism. So, hey, shout out to everybody that's on the spectrum. And if you want to follow me on my social media, my Instagram is killer_Mel. And my Twitter is at Melissa St.Vil. And my Facebook is Melissa X St.Vil. And you can follow me there while be posting, fights, upcoming fights, and TV shows, and, awareness for autism.
Absolutely. Melissa, appreciate your time tonight. Sorry we couldn't get the audio working out. Hopefully we'll get it next time.
It's okay.
Other than that, wish you the best. Hopefully everything works out Monday, and we'll see you on some more shows in the future.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one, Melissa.
Bye.
All right, everyone. That was Melissa St.Vil. Unfortunately, we're having a little audio issues between me and her. We'll get her back on air again in the future. Guys, make sure you're checking out her episode of American Ninja Warrior. Hopefully, we'll see her on some more TV shows in the future. So we'll see what's going on with the rest of her boxing career. Definitely a woman full of energy, full of life. This was another episode of the Athlete Spotlight. Other than that, I will catch you guys later. Hopefully, me and Zach will be back on within the next day or two to talking some sports, and we can actually have our weekly roundup this week. Other than that, I'm Steve. This was another episode of the Athlete Spotlight.